It's pretty late at night, but I want to get a video of the doors quickly, just kind of a update. I'll do the shed quickly to get it out of the way. I still have the Genie screwdriver. This is probably going to be on here for a while because I can't really think of any other ops I can put on here. Maybe another Genie screwdriver, but still have the singular outside button here. As you can tell, that's working. This door here is still getting stuck here along the bottom, and as a result, this grommet here is starting to fall apart. So you can see that one there, that's what it's supposed to look like. This one's not. It kind of sucked up the pin and the other thing with it, so it's just kind of there. Everything's still tight and stuff. I'll get proper angle back there. It's probably going to be something I'm going to say for a while, but we'll never do. So there's that. This hinge is fine. This one, I think, yeah, this is one here's the one that's bent, but it's because of that. And another issue is the hinge down here. Close the door again. But this whole piece of wood along the bottom here is rotten, and this hinge is coming off, and that could be a reason why this side's fine. It doesn't close all the way because of the humidity and stuff. So I'll have to have a look at this. The door here might be sagging a bit and all of that stuff, so it doesn't operate like how it's supposed to. And part of the reason for that is probably has to do with some of that. You can see right along here's where the door sits. Like, so this door doesn't close fully like how it should. I'm also planning on adding a button in here. I'll just jump off of this and then have a button here hidden behind here. I still have that. That's the original button to this opener, actually, but I have that one. I'll just tack it up over here somewhere. I've never gotten around to putting the light kit, light cover, whatever, back on there like I wanted to, so it's going to be like that for a while. I'm also thinking of having some sort of outside disconnect, so if power is to go out and I need to get in here, I can still access it. I haven't decided how that's going to work yet, but we'll close it up again. Need to get some more IntelliCode remotes. We'll go through this door here, and this is if the code pad works. Darn. There's a relay click. Now, I've had issues with this door not responding to remotes, and I don't know why. It works the code pad every time, but remotes it doesn't. So that's kind of strange. The up limit isn't high enough. I'll close the door because I don't want to let the heat out. But yeah, it's still doing the thing with the relay, and I'll explain kind of why the door gets hung up too. We'll let you get a look at that. Now, when I go to change the limits on these, or adjust them, I'm going to make a video because there's not really a good video online of how to adjust the limits on these Sears ops, which I think that would, lots of trash in here right now, but I think that would be really nice if there would be a better video of that. Probably keep a lot more of these out there. I need to adjust the force settings, and I might adjust my down limit. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it pushing down on the door like this. I like it because this door has, actually both of these doors have issues with sealing along the bottom. So that was one of the reasons why I have them pushed down this far. But if I decrease the force like that, I won't have to worry about keeping, I won't have to worry about keeping the force all the way up, because I tried doing a force test on this and all it does is slip the pulley. I've not actually tried doing a force test on this door but there is that. I still have the 2 OCS stations and the 2 Sears stations over there. And up here, I still have the 41A 4166 and the Craftsman panel from the belt drive when I had that up. Eventually, I'll be swapping that Craftsman panel out for another 41A 4166. I have one somewhere, I just don't know where it went. While we're over here, we'll run this. Actually, I want to show this off first. I found out where the track is scraping at, or where that scraping noise is, and it's right along here. It's going to be kind of hard to see since that light's on, but get that pull chain unstuck sometime. Yeah. Right there is some scraping, but the majority of the scrape, so I'm not sure if that's from it, but it does scrape in that area. But what happens is that top fixture there, it rubs against that top section of the track. So that's what that scraping sound is. And the reason why it is rubbing against the track, I'm pretty sure I figured it out, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if this is true. So any garage door guys that are watching this, let me know if this is a reason why this is happening. But I'm pretty sure one of the drums has slack on it. I'm going to guess it's that one, because that one there has the frayed cable. Actually, this one here is starting to fray along the bottom too. I have to get the new cables put on sometime eventually. I'll get this area cleaned out when summer comes and I'm moving lawnmowers in and out. I'll have the cables get replaced. I already have replacement cables for these, but where is it frayed on this one? Because I've shown it before. Yeah, it's frayed up here, and then that one's frayed along the bottom. But there is slack on both sides of this, so that is the issue. So I'm pretty sure, well, one of the sides has more slack, and because of the slack, that's why it's scraping up there. And I don't know if it's left an indent in this top fixture or not. I can't tell. I'll get the camera up here. I can't see it. There's a lot of grease in here. I don't like to grease these tracks because what happens there is dust and stuff gets in there. There's also this wheel right here, and something interesting about this particular wheel is this is a random roller bearing that my friend found alongside railroad tracks nearby when we were out exploring, and he was somehow able to get it unseized, and I said, hey, I'll put that on my door and see how long it will last. It's been on here for, I think, about 6 months. It's finally starting to go out. So that's pretty good compared to the other one. Now, I do plan on getting both of these doors replaced at some point. I'm not sure how much longer that is. Now, I'd like to get the doors from my grandparents' house. They have Wayne Dalton TS200s. I'm quite fond of those doors. But they're insulated with the rived back. They kind of have like these built-in struts. They're really solid doors, despite what a lot of people say about them. But I'd like to get a set of those, because those are the same size as these, and they just fit right in. I'll probably have to replace all the trackage, too. These tracks are... This door's fine, but this one, it has a lot of issues with the trackage being bent in various places. Even this right here is kind of... okay, it looks fine now, but there was some issues with that. This opener's fine. I still have to get a receiver for it. So, it doesn't have a receiver as of right now. I do have some plans with this door coming up, which I'm going to explain shortly. I don't have anything else to say about that one, but... we'll run this up with the button up here. I do really like this view. I know I do it a lot, but I do like this view. Yeah, this thing's running really nice. So, my plan with this door is I want to make some sort of jig on here where I can hang another opener quickly so I can do a test, any sort of like testing on other ops. And my plan is I'm going to get some angle up here, probably along this area, put out some angle there so I can hang a rail, and then I'll make a little wooden contraption which will pretty much just sit underneath the bottom of the rail and hold the opener. So it won't really be very secure, but it'll be good for testing openers. I don't know if I'll leave them hang up there for a while. And then, since this is a pan door, I'll have to figure out how I'm going to mount everything. I'm thinking what I'll just do is get a door bracket and mount it into two of these holes here. Do I have a door bracket? I might actually have one on hand over here. Have a header bracket for a Genie screw drive. I don't actually think I have a proper style door bracket in here. Oh, I need one of those. I don't believe I actually have one in here right now. There's a chance we might have one in here, but I highly doubt it. Oh, we do. So, okay, apparently it's a header bracket, but if I don't drop the dang thing. Yeah, that should kind of bolt right up. I can just get the other thing kind of drilled out, but should be able to bolt one of these up to the top panel. I have lots of other openers over here that I want to get around to testing eventually. This muffler guard can just go over here because it won't fit in the door. But I have several of these. I already showed to Stanley. Most likely, I don't plan on keeping this Stanley because this isn't the version of the Stanley that I want. But I did get it because it was free. So what I'll probably do is sell it or trade it off, something, I'm not sure. Or maybe keep it around for parts if I get another one. It has like a cracked gear case, because believe it or not, the gear case on this one's still good. Craftsman belt drive, I've shown it on this door, but I'd be willing to re-show it again. I'll probably part this out and then put all the parts back into the other Craftsman machines. So I'm going to kind of put this together out of spare parts because I wanted to mess around with it and see how it runs. This Chamberlain, I don't know how it works, but it has the bigger chain drive sprocket on it. Pulled this out of the trash one day, so I'll give this one a test. It's missing the trolley. I didn't get any remotes or buttons with it. A friend of mine has the identical unit to this, so I might get that one if he decides to get rid of it because it's not in service. That's a Type 2A. I've already pulled some parts off of it, but it has a board issue. I got this one with the 139655 000, and then that MVP was on the door behind me for a little while. Maybe it's a different MVP, I don't know. I have a bunch of these things. But yeah, that's all I have over here. I'm probably going to get some more openers. I'm looking for a LiftMaster 3250. If I think I'm getting it. I'm not good with my model numbers, but it's the one that, the belt drive, DC belt drive that predates the 8550. Be the Elite Series red case with the lights on either side. But want to get one of those. I've been personally avoiding DC openers, but I really like the sound of those, the growl on the motor when they're operating. I wouldn't mind it first gen 8550. Those ones were kind of the first of when they started to sound like garbage, but I'd still be fine with one of those. So if anyone wants to sell one or something, let me know. I'd be interested if it's not too outrageously priced, because it seems, as of right now, a lot of these openers are quite expensive for some reason. Especially ones that are even like, it just head only, no remotes, no light covers, and then like the person still wants $100 for the power head. So don't know what that's all about. So haven't been able to pull one. I know of two of those 3250s around here that are in use in a horse barn. They're covered in bird poop, bird's nests, and they still continue to work just fine. Eventually, next time I go out there to service those doors, I'm going to get a video of those openers, because it's just amazing to me that after, I think it's over 10 years since those openers have been installed, and they still run just fine with no issues, and they're exposed to the elements, bird poop, all sorts of stuff. And keep in mind, those are DC motor openers, and it wasn't until recently when I actually figured out why they went with that style of opener, but they wanted those because they had the battery backup on there, and since the doors are so tall, I think they are, they're 8-foot doors or something, which kind of weird because a lot of the other doors on the property are the same way, but they have strings on them in their manual. Maybe they wanted to open and control them remotely, but anyway, they got those because they wanted to be able to open those doors whenever they want, and it's on a farm with kind of not the best power equipment there. And at the time, they did not have a DC motor changeover. At least I don't believe they did. I think later on there was a version of the 3250 that was chain-driven. Some LiftMaster nerd might be able to put the model number down below. But yeah, so those existed, I'm pretty sure. So if those openers can take a lot of abuse, especially in an environment like that, they definitely earn my respect. So hopefully one of those comes up in my area for sale, or one of them gets pulled, because I'd really like to have one of those up here. Now, I don't really want to swap out both of these Sears units or swap one of these out in favor for another operator. That's kind of why I was thinking of having a test jig. There's also the storage building, which power's been off there for the winter. I don't run power over there during the winter time, but when we do get power back, I still have that MVP over there. I pulled the receiver off of it to use on that one, and if that Chamberlain there works, which I think it will work, and if it doesn't work, I have the parts that can get that one working. I'll probably put that up since it has the bigger sprocket on it. I also have a T-rail I can throw on it as well. Actually, that T-rail there, which came off the Sears that's over there. But I'll do that at some point, so to get that going. And I think this would be pretty good. I like this case style too. I like this style of light cover. I like the blue case on this generation of Chamberlain. Yeah, I think I've said this before, but that's my favorite case style for these units. Especially the LiftMaster Elite Series and Estate Series, where they have the red case. The red case looks way better, but this is still pretty good. A buddy of mine had one of these that was Power Drive branded. I guess we'll run both of these quickly, and then I'll end the video. We'll start with the far door. Actually, we'll turn off all of the lighting. I'll even turn off this fluorescent here, which I normally don't do because this one's kind of a pain to fire back up. So no night light or anything, so it'll just be dark. going to try to explain this quickly before the light delay kicks off, but one of these panels buckles. I think it's the bottom panel. Going to try to get a strut, and I'll put a strut there, and I'm probably going to put a strut about halfway across this top section as well. This door could really benefit from some struts, especially since this one was ran into. So, anyway, thank you very much for watching, and keep the breeze. These things look really cool. Kind of sucks that the thermal light delay kicks them off so quickly. But, yeah, thank you very much for watching, and keep the breeze.